Hey y'all, it's your okay Divine. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I'm walking and I'm trying to make a good pace because I gotta get back and then I gotta go somewhere else um later. And I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row today. So I was thinking last night after I posted my last video, like what's the quickest way to stop something from escalating? And I was like, start it. I recognize that I have been talking a lot lately about my Gangstalkers, but it's because of like the situation that I'm in, right? So I recognize that I'm giving them way too much of my acknowledgement, way too much of my power. And it's like, it's not that I don't want to talk about gang stalking because it's so important, but I oftentimes talk about them like within earshot, like they can hear me. So, it's like I'm giving them way too much of my energy right now. And so from here until something happens, until I'm in a different type of environment, until I'm in a better place environmentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, I think I'm gonna chill on talking about the gang stalking. Because I don't want them to. I want to keep these motherfuckers guessing. Because lately, like between yesterday and today, like I just been getting up out of my car and I just been walking to my destination wherever I need to go because I can't drive. So, which is so crazy because it's like I had all these plans, like I had gotten a job. I got a job and all I needed to go do was go get my license. And I had my temp license, but I was like, I need to go try to get my physical one. And I had a plan and everything on how I was going to get it. And then all this stuff happened. So I was like, well, now I can't go get my stuff. So, I mean, I could. It's just going to take me a really long time to get it. Like, I would have to walk to the Secretary of State, and that's like 4 miles. I could get my temp, but the job that I'm doing, it needs my full ID. So it's like, man. Because all I was trying to do was like, all right, let me just try to make a little bit of money so that I could try to get some stuff together. But you know what? A part of me is believing, like, I won't even say a part of me. I believe that this is God's way of telling me not to be still. Because he already knew I was in motion, y'all. I'll tell you, I was ready. Because I said this before. I'm not opposed to working at all. I'm a working girl. Like, I have always kept a job. I have always, been self-sufficient. So I was like, you know what? It's temporary. That's the way that I see it. I was like, I can still do my job. Because even in the interview process, they asked, like, do you have another job? And I was like, well, technically, I have a business, which I do. Even if I don't have any clients, my business still stands as far as I'm concerned. I was like, I have a business, but, I was going to still be making content. Like, I was like, if I get a break or whatever, I'll make a video and post it. Or I would make a video, post it on my, post it when I'm done for the day. All of that. Like, I had a whole little plan going on in my head of how I was going to try to get it back real quick. And it's like, and this place does like weekly pay and stuff like that. So I was like, my ex may be mad at me for having to take care of my daughter for a little while. But at the same time, I'm like, but at least I'm trying, at least I'm grinding. But yeah, my whole plan got derailed. So, and I wouldn't be surprised, even if I was able to go and do that job, these people that have been targeting me for a while probably would have found some way to sabotage it, to be honest. Because these folks, like, when I tell you, like I read that excerpt in my book yesterday to you all, and the group itself, like, people do when they feel like I promise you, these people feel like they are doing something for the greater good. That is literally how these people feel. They feel like they are helping save the world by gang stalking, by sitting here and you gotta look at it a certain way. You gotta look at it like these people legitimately believe that by them monitoring someone, like they think that they're doing this for a great cause, even though the information that was given to them was false, even though the information that they received wasn't true, it wasn't real. Sorry, I'm having to walk around because these people are in the way. But the information that they received was false. So you got to understand, like, that's insane. And that's what the book said. Like, eventually the group is going to have to come to the conclusion that whatever they're doing is based on insanity. Those people can't even... This is why I said that they're idiots, because they can't think for themselves. They only care about what they hear and what other people tell them, and they just roll with it. They are not individuals. They can't make their own decisions. I think we've talked about groupthink before as well. Like, a lot of people rely on groupthink because they can't think for themselves, and they don't want to be the outlier outside of the group, because the minute that you're on the outside, you're isolated. And a lot of people can't deal with isolation. A lot of people can't deal with being alone. A lot of people can't deal with not being liked. This is why a lot of people wear masks. This is why a lot of people, shrink themselves. This is why a lot of people stop reaching for certain goals, because other people told them, oh, well, you won't be good at that. Oh, no, you can't do that. I remember right around the time me and my ex broke up, and I was still trying to have a relationship with his stepmom, because during our relationship, we was cool. But after, oh no, she's totally switched up on me, which made me which made me understand. I just see 25 right here. Which makes me understand that she never really fucked with me in the first place, So I remember telling her, like, my plans. I was like, I want to be a runner, because I really do. I really, that's my goal. Like, I have been working for like the last year on strengthening my knees so that I can start running more. Because that's why I was like, well, I can't just start running and not like try to train my legs a little bit. That's why I was doing the stair stepper stuff, because I was like, well, my knees are weak, my ankles are kind of weak, they're very fragile, so let me try to strengthen them up a little bit so that I can have some more endurance in my legs. Maybe my legs can take it better. And yeah, it was working out. But then when I was telling her about my plans and what I wanted to do, then she completely switched up on me and was like, oh, you're not gonna like that. And then she made it about her. She's like, I ran for 3 years. I didn't like it. You have ADHD. You're not gonna like it. And I'm like, how do you know that? And it's like, some people get into it, and maybe I might not, but I want to try. I want to learn to love it. I want to be one of those marathon runners. Like, that's what I'm trying to get to. Only 6% of the world runs. So it's like, I'm trying to be a part of that 6%. And it's an endurance sport. And that's the reason why I want to do it, because it's like, if I could survive through this, if I can survive through having everything taken from me, if I can survive from having every single person who claimed that they loved me at some point just disappear from my life, stop talking to me, from my name being slandered by my mother, and from people that I worked with, if I can survive all of that, I feel like I can run a mile or 2, 3, 4, or 5 eventually, and learn to love it. Because I've had to learn to love myself through all of this. I had to learn to love myself knowing that, like, it's not me. Because nobody, like, and it's like, because you know it's not you when there are people who, when people can't come to you and tell you what it is that you did wrong, if people can't come to you and tell you that, well, it's because you did X, Y, and Z, and this is why. No, if no one can come and tell you what it is that you did wrong, and when you ask, like, what's the issue, and people say, oh, there's no issue, there's nothing wrong, that's how you know that you're not the problem. These other people that are creating drama are. Because it wouldn't be an issue for you to know what it is that you did wrong so that you could correct yourself. But to have people turn their backs on you and pretend like you don't exist and act like you're nobody, and like, that is but I mean, not even just having people turn their back on you, because those people willingly did it, period. That they were willing participants in your downfall because they didn't like you, and that's just the tea. They didn't like you, and to begin with, a lot of people like you until they can't benefit from you. So it's like, or people like you when it's trending. So when everybody likes you, everybody wants to be around you. But as soon as something happens and you're not the hot topic anymore, you're not the apple of someone's eye, you're not the main character anymore. Now people don't know who you are. And that's why I said at that job, what pissed me off the most about those people, I was like, I birthed these bitches. Like, most of the people in my department I trained. So it was like, if without me, you wouldn't even be in this position. And it's like, in the audacity of you to pretend as if I did nothing, or as if she's not that great. She thinks that she's all that, blah, 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 but she's not. And then it's like, I don't even act like that. It's like, you made that up in your head. That's what I'm saying. These people are insane. They delusional. They made all of that stuff up in their heads, thinking that it was going to benefit them somehow. And this is the thing about the devil. The devil always believes that he gonna win. The devil always believes that the more people that he can get together to make you look like a bad person, the easier it's going to be to take you down. And when you fight back against that, the devil has nothing to go off of. Like, when you keep proving time and time again that you are who you say you are, what can the devil do? The devil can't do nothing. So, I say all that to say, like, I'm not going to talk about the Gangstalkers right now for a while, because I'm not giving them no more of my time. I already know that they around. I already know that they be watching. It is what it is. I'm just going to keep trying to move forward, trying to do what I can in the meantime, because I don't know what's going on anymore. Like I said, I've been kind of feeling a little hopeless lately, because I'm just like, one thing after another, like, I really was feeling good about getting that job and being able to, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to be able to make a little bit of money. I was like, I could get something small for right now, I can get into another, like, small hotel or something, and, just do that for a little while I'm stacking up money and trying to get this shit together. But I guess God has other plans, because, like I said, I had it all worked out, 369 over here in this, on this billboard. But I had it all worked out. I had it all figured out, and then it's all my plans have just been they have been demolished, and they're crumbling, and I don't know why. My ankles are still itchy from all those mosquito bites. Some of them are clearing up, but most of them are not. But that was my message, y'all. Don't let the Gangstalkers get you down. They gonna be around regardless, so you might as well just let them watch. Let them watch what you do. Because now they mad because they can't figure out what's your goal, what's your end game, which is none of their business. Let them people watch. But I love y'all. It's your girl K Divine. See you later. Bye.